Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing tonight? Can I get a Relay Rocks? Relay Rocks! One more time, Relay Rocks! Relay Rocks! So, I wanted to thank Carol for allowing us once again to be part of the Survivor Dinner. We really always enjoy being part of that. I also wanted to thank LaRue for letting us join now I guess 7 years ago. So this has been an amazing few years. You know, I think everybody has kind of spoken about that today, about kind of the effects of cancer kind of on our own psyches and our ability, you know, to keep our heads up. And you know, one of the questions that a lot of people have in their mind is, how can you remain happy in the face of such sadness? You know, and there was actually a large study that looked at this recently and asked that very question: what's really important to keep us happy and healthy through our lives? And they asked this question to millennials, and everybody knows what millennials are now. And they asked millennials, what's going to be the key to your happiness? And actually 80% of the millennials answered to make a lot of money. And the second biggest thing on their list was to be famous, you know? So, and then makes you wonder, is that really what makes us happy? I mean, when work pushes you, when life pushes you, you have to achieve more and more and more. Is that the essence of it? And this study kind of looked at people, you know, starting from a young age all the way going up to their 80s, and they followed them, and half of them were actually people who were going to school at Harvard, and the other half were from the inner cities of Boston. And they looked at their lives, and they actually asked them questionnaire after questionnaire. And you know, guess what? The number one thing that kept coming up year after year as the most important thing to keep happiness in the face of everything that you're going through. Well, the one thing that they found was human connections was the most important thing. And that brings me to think about Relay. I mean, what bigger human connection is this? Where we connect, you know, we've all been touched by cancers. In fact, 1 in 3 Americans will have cancer at some point in time in their lives. Connecting like this allows us to keep happiness in the face of sadness. The other thing that's really important in looking at that is what can I do today to create these connections? Well, coming to events like this, absolutely. Supporting Relay for Life, those sorts of things. Maybe one thing is putting down these things once in a while. Putting away your iPads and your iPhones, right? Putting that away and actually sitting down and talking with your family. Connecting with family members. How many people are out there that have brothers, sisters, cousins right here in town that you haven't seen for years? Why don't you see them? Who knows? Whoever remembers why we fought with our own family members, and whoever remembers the feuds. In fact, the family feuds only hurt those that hang on to them. So I say release those things. Connect with people. Come out to Relay, make those rounds around this track and talk with people around here. And by doing that, by being connected to one another, we can and will defeat cancer. So thank you once again. I really appreciate you all being out here. You guys make our jobs as cancer providers, you make it happen for us. We can't do it without you. So thank you again very much.
Thank you so much.